Hello, everyone, and good evening. Welcome to Naa Adjeley Gborjorr in Conversation with. Now, every week I will have conversations with those knowledgeable in Dangme culture so that we can learn about our heritage. This program is aimed at those in the diaspora, so we will delve deep into tradition, language, and culture and give you all you need to know about the history. And we'll also give you opportunities to ask the questions that you want. There is no question too basic. So today on the show, we have Ike Tamatey Otu. He is a Krobo, Odumasi Krobo, specifically from Atua. He's the chairperson of GaDangme, an amazing Krobo advocacy group, and a prominent Dangme cultural and heritage enthusiast. I have known him for many years and have always been amazed by the knowledge he possesses and the passion he has for Dangme. So I'm really excited about today's discussion. Today, we're here to talk about Dipo, the famous rite of passage usually carried around the time of puberty and the most important rite in the life of a young Dangme woman. In fact, Dipo season for 2021 is already underway. It has ended in Yilo Krobo and on Sunday began in Manya Krobo. So let's begin. Mohe onge samiyalo awiche tamati.
Inga saminya. Mono Krobo hello. Monga saminya lo.
Inge saminya.
Yo.
So basically what I've just said is
what announcing.
So I've just said welcome. How are you doing, my brother Tamatey? And he said I'm doing well, and you? And I've also said yes, I'm doing well. So to start the show off, we're going to go straight from scratch. So Tamatey, can you please explain to us what is Dipo?
Okay, thank you very much. And I'm taking this opportunity to greet all GaDangme, all sons and daughters of GaDangme origin, wherever you are, and to check on what you are doing. I hope everybody is fine. Dipo is the rite of custom. It's a customary, a rite of passage, okay, that is used to usher a young Krobo girl from, girlhood into adulthood. It's a rite of passage in Dangme, okay, in Dangme. Dangme, as you all know, is made up of 7 tribes: Krobo, Shai, Osudoku, Pram, Dingo, and Bone. We are 7. So it's a rite of passage in Dangme that are performed for young girls to usher them into womanhood. It means that if you are a young Krobo girl and you have not done Dipo, what it means traditionally, it means that you have not yet been ushered into womanhood. In Krobo or in Dangme, when you perform Dipo, it means that now you become a true pure Krobo woman or Dangme woman. So Dipo is good so that it will usher you from girlhood into adulthood. So that's basically what Dipo is about.
Okay. So if you can, once it's decided that a Dangme woman is now due to go through these rites, can you explain the process from when it's time for her to do the rites to the end? And just to let those who are listening know, whilst you are talking, I'm going to show some pictures and examples of women who are going through the process of Dipo so that you can see. So if you could explain the process for us from the beginning to the end, that would be great. Thank you.
Dipo has gone through a lot of transformations. It has gone through a lot of metamorphosis. Dipo has gone through a lot of transformation. During, the past years, in the olden days, Dipo used to be done for 1 year. There were a lot of changes in Dipo. Dipo used to be performed for 1 year. Okay, it takes 1 year to perform Dipo, but with time, it got reduced to 6 months. Then the 6 months it got reduced to 3 months, then a month, then a week. But as we speak, Dipo is only performed for only the weekends, because Dipo is going through a lot of transformations and changes. A lot of issues are affecting it. So the Dipo we know is now changing and changing gradually. So as I said, it used to be performed for 1 year, 2 years, 2 years, 1 year. Then it got reduced to 6 months, then three months, then 1 month, then 1 week. As we speak, the Pope is celebrated for only is celebrated during the weekends, only 4 days affair. It starts on Thursdays, okay, where we call something the Sunny mommy, a mamo Sunny, where they will tie a brown fiber around the neck of the depoyo, okay. So I mean the Sunny mommy, they will tie the Sunny around the neck of the depoyo. This Sunny is believed that it contains powers that can repel evil forces away. Okay, then on that Thursday too, they shave the hair of the depoyo. Okay, they shave the hair, and it's left with a small one the on the top of the head. Okay, so this happens on a Thursday. Then on the Friday, they perform. They cook a lot of traditional foods like Madam Home millet. Millet drinks. They prepare foods from yam, fufu, from cocoyam, and the rest. Then on the Saturday early in the morning, the Dipo girls, or Dipo you as we call them, they line up in their numbers and they go to the river. Okay, once they go to the river, before they go to the river, they dress them in a red cloth loin. We call the subwe. It's reddish. Okay, they fix them around their waist and it ties their ankles. Okay, and they will hold the cross, a cross made from this thing, palm front, and then they will line them up. The picture that you are seeing is what happened on the Saturday morning, as I'm talking about. The red loin, we call them subue. They will put them on for them. Then they'll carry the calabash. Then they will hold the cross. Then they will line them up to a stream, a nearby stream. This is very significant. The stream, when they go to the stream, they are taught how to wash themselves, how to bath themselves clean. Because as a woman, as part of the Dipo process, you'll be taught how to bath, how to clean yourself, how to clean every part of your body. And then you also taught in the stream, you also taught how to wash your clothes in the stream. Okay, how to wash your clothes. The essence of this is that the Dipo is a package, total package. So during this palm yam ceremony, or going to the stream ceremony, you are taught how to bath, how to clean yourself as a woman, how to clean every part of your body, your pubic parts, and how to wash. This is training you for the future, so that you become, a total woman. When I say total woman, a woman who knows everything in the home. When this is over, they line up the Dipo girls again, and they march them to the house of the traditional priest. This is what happens on the Saturday. When they reach the home, they are served again. Food. They are served again food made from traditional foods like mashed yam, wuwi, that's in potopoto. Fufu made from amakeni cocoyam. That's what happened on a Saturday. Then on Sunday, Sunday marks the climax of the Dipo ceremony. On Sunday afternoon, that's when the Dipo girls sit on the sacred stone. We call that sacred stone the what? The tekpete. Tekpete. In Dangme or Igbo, te means or rock means te. Okay. They are made to sit on that sacred stone. So Sunday, this ceremony it marks the climax of the Dipo custom, and it happens on Sunday afternoon. So on Sunday afternoon, they line up all the Dipo girls to where the sacred stone is. Okay, where the sacred stone is. I told you the sacred stone is called Tekpete. Then one by one, they made them sit on this sacred stone by the traditional priests and priestesses. If it's reached your turn, they will make you sit on the sacred stone 3 times. They will make you sit on it one, and whilst they sit on it, they'll be saying a lot of incantations. Today we are making you a Kobo woman. As we are sitting on it, we are moklo your payment no. They are making a Kobo woman. You will sit on this stone 3 times. If you are pregnant after the time of sitting on this stone, the stone will expose you out. It will show, they will get to know, the traditional priests and priestesses will get to know that this lady is pregnant. And in the days of old, in the olden days, such girls that are exposed or the sacred stone find them out, they are banished from the Dangme or the Krobo society. It means that you have brought shame to the land, you have brought disgrace to the land, and your punishment is banishment. So you are banished away from the Krobo or the Dangme society. So the sacred stone, because no Krobo lady wants to be exposed by this sacred stone, it encourages these girls to what? Abstain from sex or sexual immorality. In fact, it encourages adolescent chastity. You don't want to become pregnant so that the stone exposes you. So you stay away from men and sex. When I'm explaining the essence or the reasons why the poet is performed, I will further elaborate on this. So on the sacred stone, let's come back to the sacred stone ceremony. Each Dipo girl is made to sit on the sacred stone 3 times. And when you are done, I mean, they will carry you shoulder high. Either a man or a woman will carry you shoulder high and run away with you. Oh, and you run. And they'll take you to the house of the traditional priest or priestess. So each Dipo girl, sometimes there are many. There could be about 100 Dipo girls. All of them will sit on this stone. And when they are done for you, immediately they are done for you, then they carry you shoulder high to the house of the Dipo priestess while you wait for your colleagues to come. So one by one, these Dipo girls sit on the stone, and when they are successful, they are carried shoulder high, and they'll be running with them. Oh, it means the accounts are coming, and they will run away with them to the house of the traditional priest. When all is done, I mean the dressing for this tekpeta yam or the sacred stone ceremony is white loin. The red subwe or the red loin is changed into white loin. Okay, and I mean everything is white loin. Everything is white, and you put on your Dipo pair. Is a cylindrical hat made from what grass or raffia, and you put it on, okay, on your head, okay. And one thing too is that when you are successful and when you are successful in sitting on the sacred stone and they are running away with you, they'll put leaf on your mouth. That leaf means that you are not supposed to talk to anybody in between the time you sat on the stone and the time you reach the house of the traditional priest. You are not supposed to speak to anybody. So the leaf will be in your mouth. So one by one, all the girls, they'll carry them from, if they are successful, they'll carry them from the sacred stone to the house of the traditional priest. And there, the ceremony continues there. The performance, the Dipo performance continues there. When they reach there, they are given, they prepare a traditional meat, goat meat. They prepare them traditionally, and they are served 3 times. They'll put in your mouth 3 times. And the third one, you swallow some into it. Once after this is done, they'll start playing the Dipo drum. Okay, the Dipo drum. We call it the Dipoto, and then they'll sing clamor, and you dance clamor. People call it Dipo dance. It's wrong. We don't call it Dipo dance. It's called clamor. Okay, it's called clamor. And the songs that are sung in accompaniment is also called clamor. So there's something like Dipo dance, there's something like Dipo song. We call it clamor dance, clamor songs. Okay, that's that time they'll be playing the Dipo tour. That's the Dipo god, a god made with beads, and they'll be playing it, and they'll be singing, and you will dance, and it's full of joy and merriment. It's a beautiful ceremony that day, and it marks the climax, as I said, of the Dipo ceremony. When that is done, when that is done, the following day, Monday, we call it Niwomi, where you are dressed, beautiful dressed with beads and kente cloth or wow. They will dress you, and they will do your hair for you nicely, and they will decorate you with what, clay, meme, a bead and beads, and you move from places, public places, from one public place to another, or marketplaces, and you will dance for them. And whilst you dance, you get a lot of gifts and money. You get a lot of gifts and money. Depending, if you know how to dance, you get more money. If you don't know how to dance, you don't get much money. So basically and briefly, this is how the post ceremony is done. This is the daily activities, lineup of daily activities in which the post ceremony is done.
Thank you. So my question, okay, it seems that he has been disconnected, but what we've learned so far is the process of the Dipo ceremony. So what we understand it to be is basically the purpose of the Dipo ceremony is to prepare a woman. As you can see, that's the end of it. But the purpose of the ceremony is to prepare a woman to prepare a girl into becoming a woman. And as you could probably tell, it started off as a year, and then later, partly through the demonization of the culture, then it was reduced to a few days. So it happens over the course of a weekend. So you could almost see it as some type of formal education process where the girls are taught about their health, their lifestyle. We know, for example, that in education in the West, for example, many of us women don't know much about our periods and about our own health. And Dipo was a way in which these girls will learn some of these things. So we have Tamatey back on screen. Let me just add him to the stream. Hello, Tamatey, welcome back. So I was just explaining aspects of the Dipo, but what would be nice to find out from you is that we know that they only eat certain things for Dipo. Is there a reason why they only eat certain things during this time?
Hello, if you could come back again.
So
hello, you can come back with your question again.
During the Dipo, they only eat certain things. Can you explain why they only eat certain things?
Yes, during the Dipo rite, you are expected to eat only traditional Dangme foods. Strictly, you are supposed to eat only traditional Dangme foods and drink purely local, water. So during the Dipo rite, you are only supposed to eat certain Krobo or Dangme traditional foods like fufu, okay, fufu prepared from cocoyam or plantain, or fufu mixed with cocoyam or plantain. It can be pure cocoyam fufu, that's amagani fufu, or plantain fufu, or but it should be, I mean, pure, I mean, a typical fufu, not those ones that you go and mash, you prepare like bambu, you go and this, no, traditional fufu. You are also expected to eat only what, yam, typical krobo or dangme yam, alamwa, okay, ayamwa, water yam. If it's water yam, yeah. If it's, I mean, we have different type of yam. You are also expected to eat um, traditional Tobo foods like in potopoto, we call it wuwi, okay, or kumi. This is a traditional, food prepared from corn, a corn that has been roasted, and they take it to the mill and prepare it, and they'll put palm oil on top. It's very nice. You are not expected to eat anything foreign food like rice, um, pizza,
KFC.
Indomie, and no. And you must drink. You're not supposed to drink pipe-borne water. You must drink only water from either river or well. Or well. You're not supposed to drink pipe-borne water or pure water or bottled water. No. It's strict on that. And during the ceremony, you're not supposed to wear um, footwear of any form. You go barefooted. You will go barefooted. You're not supposed to wear shoe or footwear or sandal. You have to go barefooted.
Why do you
That's
go
it.
barefooted?
You know, this issue of shoe or sandals was a colonial legacy. It was brought to us by the white men, by white people. It's not our thing. It's not our custom. And in the olden days, they walk barefooted. They do everything barefooted. It is the white men that came, the colonialists, that brought this whole issue of wearing shoes and sandals and foot and those things. So when you are performing the Dipo, you are supposed to go strictly the traditional way. You're not supposed to interfere or adorn yourself or align yourself with anything modern or colonial. No.
Okay.
Let
So
me also say that let me now give the reasons why Dipo is formed. Okay, let me listen to your question.
no, I was going to say because Dipo was banned by the colonialists. Now you're talking about the colonialists. So I want to
Hello.
know, why was it banned?
Yes. Okay. The colonialists, they came as Christians. Okay. They came with the Bible. So anything culture or custom, they tend to ban it. They tend to have problem with custom culture of the Dangmes and blacks or blacks in Southern Africa. So they want to ban anything that we do, our culture, our tradition, our way of dressing. So Dipo, they also have issue with Dipo. They see Dipo as fetish. They see Dipo as evil. They see Dipo as occultic. So they actually ban it. And not only Dipo, they also ban Kotokolo and Nadu. So one of the main reasons why they evicted the Krobos from the Krobo Mountain is that is these three things. Our performance of Dipo, Nadu, and Kotokulu. They said we engage so much in human sacrifice during the performance of this custom, human sacrifice, and we involve ourselves in evil, devilish things. So I mean, in 1892, when the Krobos will be evicted from the Krobo Mountain, the governor by then was Sir Branford Griffith. One of the charges he read before he visited the Krobos is that he has, we are performing a lot of traditional sacrifices on top of the mountain. We are doing a lot of things. So on that day, he banned Dipo. He also banned Kotoklo and Nadu. Immediately he read those things and he started evicting. He and his soldiers started evicting the Krobos from the Krobo Mountain. So since then, after our eviction, the Dangmes or the Krobos were afraid to perform Dipo. So Dipo came to a halt for decades. Nobody want to wrong the colonialists. You don't want to interfere, or you don't want to flout the laws or the decisions of the colonialists. So Dipo suffered for years, decades. Nobody was performing Dipo until it got metamorphosed or it got transformed into what we called Bobumi Rite. Okay, it's a form of Dipo, but this one is only the Bobumi. They only dress you and you will dance. Okay, it was not until 1943 when the Kono by then of Manyakolo, Nene Azumatekoli, Nene Emmanuel Azumatekoli, okay, brought Dipo back. That was in 1943 that he brought Dipo back again, and we started performing Dipo. So this is how, I mean, Dipo suffered. I mean, the colonialists, in one way or the other, tried to stop Dipo, try to ban Dipo, try to ensure that Dipo is not being performed. But as you speak, you see, Dipo is a custom. There's no custom in sub-Saharan Africa. There's no tradition in sub-Saharan Africa that has faced so much criticism and backlash like Dipo. Let me repeat again. There's no custom or tradition in sub-Saharan Africa which has faced so much criticism, backlash, that has faced so much this thing, hatred like Dipo. But Dipo withstand these grounds.
Yeah, I think there is debate in terms of how the colonial masters treated African traditions in general. But one of the things I wanted to look at was, I understand that, you know, Dipo has come back in a new form. So, you know, the learning that they had before on the mountain for 1 year, how are they able to condense that into the 4 days that we're seeing now? Are they still learning the same things?
That's the problem. Dipo is not the Dipo that was instituted by Nana Pluwaki. It's not the Dipo now. It has changed now. How can things that were done 1 year be compressed for 4 days? It's not possible. So now the traditional priest only rush the girls into, I mean, into the custom. They rush them in teaching them how to cook, how to wash, how to, lay beds, how to sweep. They rush them. It's impossible. It's practically impossible to compress, to teach them what they used to teach them for 1 year, 6 months, 3 months into 4 days. So I don't know. The guys go the Dipo, and they are not fully, baked. They are not fully educated. The purpose of the Dipo has not been fully achieved because of the time frame. It's impossible. It's impossible. The time frame is too small. So Dipo is not being the full essence. What Dipo is being performed is not being achieved because of the few number of days that Dipo is being done. Yeah, I want to take this opportunity to explain, to I mean to explain the essence or the reasons why Dipo is performed. You know, we first have to look at Dipo is performed, the reasons why Dipo is performed. Okay, hello. I mean, at first there was nothing like Dipo. Before I come back to the reasons why Dipo is performed, let me give a brief history of why Dipo came into existence. At first, there was nothing like Dipo. What existed was circumcision for boys, for male children. Okay, so male children that were born are circumcised, and by then there was nothing like anything for girls. It's only circumcision for boys. So the boys the men, the boys, when they give birth to them, they are circumcised, and then on the day of circumcision, there's a lot of joy and merrymaking, and then the boys that are circumcised are giving money. Okay, they're giving money, they're giving gifts, and then after the boy is circumcised, they will dance a dance called what? Tegle. Tegle is a warlike dance that they dance, and there's merrymaking. This issue make girls, women who give birth to girls feel cheated because they give birth to girls and there's nothing for them. Okay, so this brought about jealousy, and this issue is going on, and therefore, Donna Ploweki saw the need to institute a puberty right for women that will also for young girls that will also celebrate them to and usher them to womanhood. This is a brief origin of Dipo. Now let me come back to the reasons why Dipo is performed. Dipo is performed for five main reasons. For at least five main reasons why Dipo is performed. The first reason why Dipo is performed is that, as I said, it's a custom meant to usher a young girl into womanhood. To usher a young girl into womanhood. So when you perform Dipo, a woman. So we call them Kloyongmengle, becomes a pure woman. So it's the first reason. Number two, the second reason why Dipo is performed is that it is used as an avenue to train girls in home science. To train girls in home science like cooking, washing. I told you when they go to the river, they are taught how to wash clothes, how to clean themselves, how to bath. They also taught how to lay beds, how to become good wives in future, how to pamper their husbands. So the second reason why the purpose is performed, as I said, is to train young girls in home science. When I say home science, that's cooking, washing, laying of beds, sweeping, how to keep yourself neat, how to become a good wife in future for your husband. That's number two. Number three, the third reason why the purpose is performed is to keep the young girls from what? Sexual immorality. To keep the young girls chaste from sexual immorality. To encourage adolescent chastity. As I said, because if you are pregnant and you sit on the sacred stone, the stone will expose you and you'll be banished. In the olden days, young girls don't behave like the way they are doing now. They stay from sexual immorality. They don't do anything with men. They don't do any amorous relationship with men. They stay out of sex. And because of that, in the days of old, or in the olden days, it is difficult to see adolescents this thing teenage pregnancy like the way it is now. Now, teenage pregnancy is on the increase. But in the olden days, because of this Dipo thing, it is rare to see adolescent pregnancy or teenage pregnancy on the increase like this because you are afraid to go and have sex once you have not done Dipo. So Dipo, the third reason is that it encourages what? Adolescent chastity. It makes the girl stay out of sexual immorality. Number four, the fourth reason why Dipo is performed is that to cleanse the girls from what? Spiritual filth. It is believed that until you perform Dipo, you are not clean. Okay, you are not clean. You spiritually there's filth on you. So the Dipo is done to cleanse, spiritually cleanse the girls from what? Spiritual filth. You are cleansed. You are clean. So, but by the time you finish the Dipo ceremony, you are clean. Okay, so the fourth reason why the Dipo is performed is to cleanse the Dipo girls from what? Spiritual filth. The fifth reason is what? To adore the girls and adorn them with what? Gifts. To adore them and to adorn them with what? Gifts like beads, gold ornaments, money, perfume, powder, money, and those things. Mind you, on Monday, these Dipo girls, they are dressed and during the new woman, they are dressed beautifully, and they move from place to place, from one public place to another, and they dance in admiration. And depending on how well you know how to dance, you get so much money. So the fifth reason is what they adore they adored and adorn with gifts like money, golden ornaments, beads, perfume, and those things. So these are the five main reasons why the Dipo is performed. And you agree with me that the reasons behind the performance of the Dipo is good, is genuine. And if we could do it like the way you used to do it in the olden days, I think that it will achieve the full purpose and reasons why Dipo is supposed to be performed for young Kobo girls, Dangme girls.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'm conscious of the time, so what I would like is I would like to ask you one question, and the one final question, and that is, I'm noticing that those who are doing the Dipo are getting younger and younger. I've seen children who are 5 or 6 years old doing Dipo. Can you explain why that is happening? Because I'm not sure what a child could learn about womanhood at the age of 5 and 6 years old. So can you clarify why that's the case?
It's a good question. It's a good question. In the olden days, Dipo is performed only for teenagers, teenagers. But then you are grown, so that you know why they are doing the Dipo for you. You know how to you learn, you follow the education that's done. That's how to wash, how to clean yourself, how to cook, and those things. But now, what's going on is that even young girls they are performing for them. Even toddlers are performing for them. There are two or three reasons why this is so. One, now young girls of today are growing at early age. Their mentality is growing at early age than before. Now, a young girl you see at 6 years, the mind is so grown and so matured than even somebody who is in the old days like 14, 13 years. They are growing so faster. So that girl of 6 years old knows so much about sex, knows so much about he has watched so much about sex from her own phone or TV or the internet or social media. And such a girl, 6, 7, 8 years, knows so much about sex. So if you want to wait for that kind of girl to be 13, 14, 15 years before you realize she may become pregnant. So that is why now it's being done for them at early age. Girls of today are growing so faster and they are knowing so much. And therefore, if you want to wait for them to be 14, 15, you the parents, you will not like the outcome. So this is the first reason. Secondly, Dipo is expensive. To do Dipo for your girl is expensive. It's not free. Sometimes a parent is going to perform the Dipo for his or her elderly daughters, like two or three, and there's one who is younger, like 5, 6. So instead of doing the Dipo and come back again and come and do this one, come and do another Dipo for this younger one, you like to add them to her elder sisters and do it once and for all. I don't know whether you got me well.
Yeah.
Sometimes a parent may have about 2 or 3 girls, elderly girls, who are performing Dipo. They are of age, and there's one who is also coming up, who is not grown, and to go and come back in a year or 2 years time to do it for them. Some of them just add them up and do it. I have to say that this practice too is also wrong. No matter the justification why you do Dipo for your girl, a toddler, there's no justification for it. It's not wrong, and it's one of the amendments, the recommendation we are making as Kurumaheme, the Krobo Advocacy and Heritage Association, that we are making to, the powers that be, the chiefs, the traditional authorities, so that they look at the age at least they should be able to be grown, at least if not anything at all. They should be done for them from 8-9 years going. The issue of doing for 3-4 years, it should be stopped. If there's no, though they can make justification for it, it's not enough, and it's one of the things we are looking at where it will be changed. So this is the reason why it is so. Why this Dipo is being done for the young girls. Younger age.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. I'm just conscious that we've now gone over time, but before we end the program, can you please give a message to your fellow Dangmes in your language just before we end this program? So if you can just give a short message in Dangme for your people.
Yo, inye mek lo len ka Dangme. Ihanye baba he, ihanye chuma nye. Panye pe, hena wa supio no. Isaka wa chuwa bwa wanya. No pe kaki, no ka dra wa Dangme ke wa kluma. Ni fu ngane ni ngadeng wa he, ne bim. Ne ni wa he anga wa igwegbe ni ko meke agbe okofo nocheku okofo anocheku lenga wa ni egbe kloyi ni ko monke ni fu ngana ngadeng wa kloni ke Dangme chema he ne lo no ehane wa baju wa he lo hijio ke wa jem kromam alo wa ya blood bo ke wasime na acha wa Dangme li lo kloni panyepe biobi nyane wa chepe wa pe kake no aba no adroama wa pe no wasu wama jamani me chwana ndio bim no ko bim na mado ke okofo no che GaDangme yi jamani no bim wa he muka kana ngeboyi kloyin nga few kloyin ale ni home ale ni pim lo hane nyumu swasne ne lo ne hane ni na nga maje agna makma mano ke pi ajelo so kloyin se ebim panyepe ni hano chwa pekakin wa bakluma wa Dangme ma wa drakluma wa Dangme ma no ko bene ba Dangme ma ka hanwo taimi ke mo pe government ko bene ba Dangme ma no ko bije he ko ka bana ba dra Dangme ma imi ke mo pe o nyan wa chwa ba kake wa pekakin wa ba da no ba Dangme ma na ko pio no wanga kuku na achaje ma ko ke kluma hengme ne imile ida singanya ne wanga wa modi boy ni saka wa pe ne kluma ka Dangme ma ya no wanga pe ne wanga ni fun pe wo ya yu ma no wa chwa nyuka hame wa kyome ni wa pe ni fun ne kama hame Dangme ma ya no le pa pe ichuba nya ba pe wa he no pe kake wa ka hane Dangme ma ne ya no chwa manyene ba.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that. So Mochumi Tamatey, for your time today and giving us this insight into the Dangme culture and the puberty rite of Dipo. Now, I hope all those listening now and who will be listening in future when we play this, when we add this to our YouTube channel, also found the talk insightful. And I thank you all for watching, or as they would say in Dangme, excuse me, which means thank you for watching. My Dangme is still a bit rusty, I'm learning. Tamatey will be coming back in 2 weeks to talk about the Dangme marriage ceremony. And next week, we will have Moses Adjetey, aka Naa Adjeley of Obonu TV, coming to talk to us about Ga music, what it is, what makes it unique, as well as the various types and their purposes. So make sure you don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep updated and send in your questions to @GaDangme on Facebook and Instagram for future sessions. Again, Tamatey is the chair of Clomahingme, which is a Krobo advocacy group and is doing amazing work for the people of Krobo land. So please do go onto Facebook and type in Clomahingme, which is KLOMAHENGME, and you'll be able to link with Clomahingme directly. So Nyechumi, Nyeyoaladon, thank you very much. And I'll see you all next week. Make sure you take care of yourself. And again, if you have any questions, please do let us know via our social media channels and we'll ask again next week. Take care.